we've talked about Highguard extensively on the show, and it's been an amazing case study to see. We had a story the other day about how not everything is Concord. Well, Highguard is Concord. Highguard has definitely been Concord. And they cut their staff. There was the bombshell report that they were being funded by Tencent. Vera, that was nuts.
Yeah, I mean, we knew that clearly they had a lot of money at their disposal. The problem is not even necessarily that they got Tencent money. The problem is that they hid it and that they lied about it, and then they went into interviews saying that they were independent when they weren't. Because there are plenty of games that release now that are funded by major companies. There's plenty of Tencent funded games out there, and people maybe they're a little bit skeptical, but generally it's not, oh, I'm going to boycott it or refuse to play it, but it's the lie here that hurt them so badly.
Yes. Well, that came out, and then there was a little bit of egg on Jeff Keighley's face after all that, and people are kind of questioning the authenticity of the Game Awards as a whole, and Jeff's involvement, obviously being the ringleader of that, and the Tencent leadership being on the board and the leadership of the Game Awards, and just the convenient nature of Highguard getting that last spot. But Highguard ultimately got rejected in a major way. And now we have news that with its funding being pulled entirely by Tencent, there are less than 20 developers still working on it. Yikes. Which I got to be honest, that's more than I thought. Because if you recall, we looked at their team, and there was like 111 people who were working on it. So the fact that there's 20 people still working on Highguard right now is, I think, yeah, that's a shit ton.
Yeah, no one's working on their website, right? Because that went down, right?
Yes, everything.
It's back up now, I believe.
Oh, good. Well, that's great to see. 20 people are playing it, and 20 people are working on it. Are there more than 20 people playing it right now? That's the question. Right now, there are 412 people playing this. I said this when it happened, Vera. I have never seen something like Highguard. Never.
Yeah, no. Generally, if we see like 97,000, even if a game is bad, it'll drop to like 50 because people still are willing to like give it a shot. But for it to drop this drastically, this quickly is the largest drop I've ever seen.
Wow.
Well, the constant narrative, and we mentioned the article the other day about, I prefaced it at the start of the segment, the idea that not everything is Concord. Well, the next game outside of Highguard that is being called Concord is Marathon. And Marathon, the server slam is happening right now, Vera. Have you had a chance to test out a little bit of Marathon yet?
I have not, but I was gifted a copy of the game, so I will play it on release. But this weekend is Resident Evil, so I'm not choosing Marathon over that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, people have been out playing this, and they went in. They went back and they retooled everything, or at least they retooled some stuff for Marathon. Here's a little bit of the gameplay, the cinematic trailer that they released with it. And the art style obviously
it's for Phoenix.
It's for it. It's for Phoenix, and that's it.
Yeah, pretty much it.
This is something that's been very controversial. Obviously, they used borrowed art from people. That was a big controversy, and why they kind of went back to the well with this. This to me is just too sterile, I think, for me. And they're trying to use the colors as popping points and stuff, but this doesn't really do a whole lot for me. But people are out and they are playing it on the test servers. Right now, there are 63,000 people currently playing it. Yesterday, 143,000 people, which that's a great start. I mean, and you would think this is supposed to be a killer IP. This is supposed to be a system seller, if you will, a major mover with Marathon.
I want to make a prediction for me. As like the guy that, I play every FPS. I dominate every one.
Yeah, you like innovation.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. I actually do think that this one is going to have longer legs than everyone may be thinking. I actually think it's going to come big. It's going to start big, drop off. Then there's going to be a 2.0, release or whatever in 6 months. And I think it's going to start finding some ground. And I think in a year and a half time, it isn't Destiny. it's like half the results of Destiny, but I actually think it's going to be around longer than people are predicting.
I agree because there are a lot of Bungie fans out there, but I don't think I think that it will have a smaller dedicated audience because there are so many Bungie fans, but I don't think it is going to be enough to sustain it long term. And I don't think that this is going to be like the game that's going to save Bungie. I believe that this game is going to make or break Bungie, and if this doesn't do good, it's over for them.
Well, go ahead.
I think this is a game that plays better than it looks. I guess
I've heard it plays abysmally.
Revise that statement and say.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that because people are playing this right now, and the response to this, this is from Bread over on X.
Great name.
Yeah, Bread. He said, "Just played an hour of marathon. Feels like a decade of my life has passed." The fact it's $40 is beyond criminal here. So there's that. This person, Spring, says Bungie is going to be shut down. Wow.
Yeah,
I'm holding on my prediction.
I've only heard bad things about the gameplay, and I've watched a little bit. Like I've watched probably 2 matches, and it doesn't seem good.
Well, Tim the Tatman is currently playing it over on Twitch, and he's got about 10,000 people watching him right now. And the good thing about this is that his audience hasn't told him to stop playing it like he did with Highguard. And remember that happened right there. Burnt Peanuts also played Marathon, and he told his audience, like, hey, stop it. Stop roasting this game already. And, it's obviously not out yet, but I guess his audience was getting pretty salty about it and told him to shut up. So here, check this out.
This game is garb, hot trash. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at me. I'm hating on the new game right when it released. I'm the coolest. Look, I'm hating on the new game as soon as it releases. I'm part of the cool crowd. Dude, shut up! That happens with every game!
I'm fucking running right now.
Literally, the game you're telling me to go play Arc Raiders, you literally did it to as well! On day 1!
It'd be funny if it turned out this is Alex Jones.
Right?
Well, apparently his face was released a few days ago. Yeah. And he just looks like a normal dude.
Yeah, he looks like a normal dude. It sounds like he would be.
Shut up! You literally did the same thing to Ark, and that's what you're telling me to go play!
I like his little set there.
Yeah, it's very
Shut
nice.
the fuck up!
So, anyways, there you go. He bouncing back at his audience here. There is something to the idea of giving a game a chance.
Sure,
obviously, and I do agree with you. I think that this is not going to be the killer app that the studio needs, but I think it'll be a double, right? It's not going to be a home run. It'll be a double, and I think it'll have legs and it'll survive. I don't think it's going to prosper, but it will survive.
Yeah.
I think that's my thoughts on Marathon. Now, do I think the art style helps it? No.
Yeah, I'd say, it's hard to say. There's that group, I love that aesthetic. So I think there's a reason why they made that. That is definitely a popular art style for some. But but it's also the problem with that art style is that it's gonna have people who love it and people who really don't like it, and that's not good.
Yeah, I think it looks like generic slop. I
Right.
hate the art style.
Right.
It looks like they just got lazy as hell and didn't want to put textures on anything. And then they were like, well, guess this is good to go.